Well, hello, everyone. World at War Comics. I am so excited. Back again. One of my favorite people, Mr. Jimmy Palmiotti. He actually happens to be married to one of my favorite artists, too. So it's quite the couple, the powerhouse in comics couple. But Jimmy, how are you doing, man? Thank you so much for hanging out with me.
Good. Congratulations. This is what number show?
This is my 400th interview. I have quite a few videos, but my
Right, but
400th
400th interview. That's monumental, man.
I think
And
so.
thank you for making 400 be me.
Yes, for sure, man.
I feel very special.
You are special, Jimmy. You know how much I love your work, and yeah, we have you on whenever we can. I know you're a pretty busy guy, but
I appreciate it. You know, I work during the day, so this is like I actually start very early in the day. So when I'm working, it's usually like 6:30, 7 a.m. and then I kind of die down by 5 o'clock. I guess I'm getting old because I want to take a nap. I kind of plop myself in front of the TV or in the sun or get on the phone with somebody. As today I was talking to Jim Stranko and you know, just shooting the crap with him, and he's always fun to talk to. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Jimmy, you and Amanda were just on the Comic-Con cruise, right?
We were actually we did like with 3 things in a row. We were in Hawaii for a comic convention, and then we did a comic book cruise, which supposed to go to Bahamas, but the weather was weird, so we went to Mexico instead. And then I just finished OAX this past weekend, so literally, like it's this new year has been busy, and work-wise busy too, because I'm looking at my calendar and I'm just like, whatever. But good complaints. But no, the cruise was boy, that was a lot of fun. I mean, we had Megan Hutchinson and Kevin Nolan on it. You know, of course, it's always great to hang out with Kevin. There's a lot of good people on the cruise, and we had a blast. I mean, you know, that is like a thing where you get to hang out with the fans the whole cruise.
Yeah.
And the be a guest on the cruise is not for everyone, because some people get asked and they're like, well, I don't want to spend I'm trapped on the boat with the fans. Yeah. I'm the opposite. I'm like, they're trapped with me, you know. It's like the Rorschach scene in Watchmen movie, you know. Everyone's trapped with me. But I had a great time. Billy Tucci, you know, Billy was there.
Oh, yeah.
With Deb, and we just had a terrific time. A lot of Billy and I had a lot of late nights taking over the bar.
That's awesome.
One of the bars in there, and it became like the place to go. That we were always at that bar, and the bartenders were extremely generous to us at that bar. I think I paid for one drink the whole night, you know. But they were glad it was busy. But it was a great look. I thought it was great. You know, we got to spend a lot of time with people. I did some sketches. We were out at night and got to hang out meet other fans and have some drinks and tell some stories, and you know, that's what it's all about. You know? Yeah.
That's awesome, Jimmy. I saw some of your pictures on Instagram and other places that you post. It looked like it was a lot of fun. It seemed like a lot of fans, so that's pretty cool. It's definitely tempting to do. I would think, and I'm glad you're that kind of person, but I would think to be trapped on a boat, you want to off and on switch a little bit, maybe.
I think in my room with the keys, all I need to. I mean, I literally, if I need to get away or take a break, I either do that or I went up on the top deck and hung out one night. But you know, there's people around, so I'm not a rude person. I'm quite social. So I just, you know, hang out and talk to people. A lot of my friends were like, they would never do it in a million years. And I'm like, that's why you're not asked to do it. And I am definitely I'm a professional that's also a fan. So I'm still in that mode. I still haven't left that mode where I'm a fan of things. Because, I mean, even today I was picking up comics today and stuff. So it's like, I'm definitely not the norm for a lot of the creators. I understand that. I know that. I'm quite social with people, and I like to celebrate. I'm always curious what people do for a living, so it's always like an eternal thing for me at the bar to ask, what do you do for a living? And it's always shocking to me what crazy stuff people do. You know.
Well, I do want to thank you. And I did show everybody on a post, but the last time you were on with my buddy Dylan, we were talking Jonah Hex.
Right.
Fans we are, and we talked about your omnibus.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of them right over there. Look, there's a stack of them.
Look at that, man.
Yeah.
Well,
the inside cover is kind of cool. Let me show you the.
Yeah, let me see that one.
Because this is it's a Moritat drawing.
Oh,
so it's like that's the inside. It's the without the slip cover.
Yeah, that is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah,
I think somebody sent me one of these. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
did I do that this weekend or
you did? You did it a couple of weeks ago. I think right before your trip, maybe, or maybe right when you got back. I can't remember.
Yeah. I did a little sketch for him in there. I think.
Well, look at that.
As I promised everybody. Oh yeah. I remember that was in. Where was that? Where did I do that?
I sent it to you.
That's right. No, you sent it to me.
Yeah. You're good, Jimmy.
I've done like 10 of them in the past couple of weeks. So I forgot. Of course, you mailed it to my house, and I mailed it back with some stuff.
Yeah. Which was absolutely amazing. And I just wanted to bring it up because obviously we want more. But if you do pick this up and you're at a con, Jimmy made a promise.
I did. I'm gonna. My next show is at MegaCon, and the toughest thing about doing your book is it's such a dark page. I had to I lay it on blacks, and I did one for a guy this past weekend. I didn't like it. Like I didn't like the drawing, so I took the back end and I redid another one, and I did that, and I just drew all over his book. And I thought he was going to get mad, but I think he was pretty happy with it. So
I think
so. It had a couple of drawings because I kept. Look, I'm a better writer than I'm an artist, but I can draw once in a while.
Yeah.
And but just getting the whites on it and trying to figure out where to put everything. I was so hoping the insert page would be white, or at least off-white or beige or light brown. Nope, they went right to dark brown. What can you do?
What do you do, Jimmy?
Tommy, as long as you're happy with it, I'm happy with it.
I'm so happy with it. And I was really happy that you opened up the slip cover and sign the top too, because I do like the top of my stuff signed. I love that.
I was thinking like a fanboy, like would like sure it's enough to have the inside done with a drawing, but I thought, well, I don't want to sign on the sleeve, on the cover. And I thought, let me just sign the book in case, and I got a nice white pen for that, so it worked out pretty well.
No, it worked out well. Even when I take like trades to Comic-Cons and I'm getting signature, they always open it because they want to be respectful of the cover. I'm like, no, please, on the cover. I'm okay with that. That way I can display it and put it out, and it's kind of cool.
I do prefer to sign the covers. Like sometimes people like bring the book, I have this book, and I like signing the cover, but Amanda always likes signing the inside.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at this random one. I don't know whose this is, but she drew something on the inside. I just noticed it now. But she likes the blank page, like, and I do too. I love the blank page. But the omnibuses, they make sure there's a production to it. With that one, why I said I would sign everybody's is thank you for bringing it, and it's heavy, and I know how, But the other thing is, I the more they sell, they told me if it does very well, they'll put the other books, the 70 issues we did, which I think are the more hex focused books, into an omnibus, or at least a collection or two. They're so out of print. They've been out of print for like 10 years or more than 10 years, and they put everything in print. Like they put, I don't want to pick on anyone else, but
yeah.
They put some real garbage and reprint it. And I'm like, these Jonah Hex issues, even if you don't like the writing, the art is amazing in them. So and we don't really need another Batman collection. I mean, there is like 4 billion of them. But if you go to a store and ask for a Jonah Hex collection, that's the only one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for a character that's been around for 50 years, I'm like, come on, man, get with it. So, look, maybe this new Jonah Hex book will get people to maybe pick up the old one, or maybe get DC to reprint it. That's my hope with any new series, is they'll look at the older stuff and say, okay, we can reprint this now. I don't want to die. I want to get it out before I die.
I think it'll get out. I mean, Jonah Hex, I was at Fan Expo here in Dallas in Northern Texas with my buddy Dylan that was on last time. And we were going to vendor picking up every Jonah Hex that we could find. He's trying to fill out his. I'm far away from filling out mine, but
they're not expensive. I mean, they're not. They mostly cover price or whatever. Yeah. But you have to find them.
You got to find them. That's the problem.
There was when the Barbie movie came out, all of a sudden everybody was looking for Amanda Barbie comics. She did a bunch of them. And then we were laughing because people were bringing them in their bags and it's like $10, $20. And I'm like, those were the quarter books for years. Yeah. And now you can't find them. They're like completely off the face of the earth, Yeah. You can't find a Barbie 1 or a Barbie 25.
Yeah.
And I'm always laughing because I'm like, my God, there were boxes of them. I remember Gargoyles 1. Like you couldn't find, they were like everywhere. And then all of a sudden, it's a $50 book. Yeah. It's so crazy. I love fandom. They're so insane.
Yeah, the speculators get going, man, and you got it right. That's part of the cycle. But
well, I think it's weird because the new Batman, Scott's book, and the speculators are going crazy over that. But I'm like, there's so many of them. Yeah. The comic book collector, me, knows better than to invest in something that's printed.
Just wait a little bit.
Yeah. That many copies, because they'll be all over, like Spider-Man, Todd's book, and everything. There's so many that down the line, people, they don't hold the price anymore.
Right.
And I always say the Kickstarters are a better move because there's only 200 of them or there's 100 of them. Mm-hmm. Those books, they print hundreds of thousands of them. And man, Death of Superman, nobody's bringing that book into a comic shop and putting their kid through college, let me tell you.
No. Or
remember when it came out for the first year, they were like $20, $30, and I was like,
that was the first time I ever seen a comic book come in a shipper. In my comic book store, they had a cardboard shipper with all the Death of Superman, and all of us were buying 2-3 copies, thinking. Same with X-Men 1.
Or how about
they made 8 million of those?
How about any Valiant comic?
Yeah.
They had those gold editions people were paying $300 for, and I was like, don't do it. Don't do it.
You've seen the news on the new one, right?
No.
Dork by Brett Bean.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be hot for a little while, and then I know they printed a lot of the first issue, right?
I think so, but all I know is it sold out super quick. They went to a second printing before the second printing has come out, and before issue 2 come out, people are selling these for $200 on eBay. So
I mean,
patient everyone. It'll come down, and it'll come to some.
Do you think a year from now it's going to be $200?
No, I could see it being like $60 or $70, something like that.
If it's a 9.8 or
but
and nothing against it. It's just that if in the collector's market, we understand that if there's more than 10,000, it's not really rare anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of the Kickstarters I have books that they only printed 100 or 50 or 300. I know I can't find those anywhere. I just can't find them. The first Pop Kills I did, those are expensive, and people keep saying, you must have a ton of them, and I'm like, I have a CGC one, but I don't keep a ton, I wish I did, but I don't have the money for that because those books, they individually cost me more to make one single book than any comic you're buying.
Wow.
Because I'm, the printing's better and all that stuff. I have one somewhere. I was looking at it the other day. Well, I have what's kind of cool is they made these you might have saw me hawking it online because that was my license gig, and it's a let's see, we're gonna go that way. It is a bar of silver.
Oh wow!
With the let me take the container.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so they only made 500 of these. There's 4 different ones. There's 2 Adam Hughes and 2 Dave Johnson ones. And they're bars that it's called Bullion Babies. Let's see. Okay. But it's a 0.999 ounce. I don't think it can zoom in too well, but
no,
there you go.
Yep, that's perfect.
It's an ounce of silver.
That's
and
amazing.
they sell them like it's this website called Bullion Babies, and they have them. They only have 500. They went on sale today. I think they only have like around 40 left.
Oh wow!
But you get it like a pack of cards. You open it. You don't know. There's 4 of them. There's the one, this Adam one. Then there's the one where she's topless. There's only 50 of those, and then there's the Dave Johnson ones. But people hitting me up, that's a license, right? So that's
Yeah.
like I license the thing. But I do like the idea of licensing a bar of silver.
Yes.
And it comes with like a little certificate, and it has a thing on the back. But I gotta say it's kind of cool, and it pays a couple of bills. But I actually like the idea of having the artwork on it on a bar of silver. It's just, I don't know, something really old fashioned, hold it in your hand thing about it that I kind of like.
I love that. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
That is amazing.
It's crazy. I mean, what do you mean, Jimmy? I'm going to put my hands to copies in my desk. Yeah, I would say Caffeinated Wolf. I would say go buy one of those silver bars.
Yeah.
I have an idea that maybe 10 years from now, that might be worth more than most of the comics you're going to buy today. And I always tell people buy comics because you love them. But I get the collectability of it. I kind of collect the old.
Yeah.
Silver and Golden Age ones because I know there's less of them. Modern comics are tough because there's so many, and people tend to they create like this buzz around them, and they're worth a lot, then they're not. And I remember the companies when they were dealing with Diamond, which I don't do anymore. They used to every year put all the Chase book covers on sale for the retailers, so you could buy them later on for a couple of bucks. And I'm like, well, you just got a guy paid $25 for that. Now you can buy them at $3 each. That's not cool. I don't like that. But anyway, whole nother animal.
To be honest, I've been burned. I think a lot of collectors, we get caught up in that and the FOMO, and nobody wants to not get something. And I got caught up in a little bit, and then I realized, man, it's just getting expensive. So now I go to the shelf, I grab the one I like. I just grab whatever cover, and unless it's an artist, I'm like, oh, if I'm going to choose and they're all the same price, I'll get my favorite artist. But
sure,
I don't get too involved in that anymore.
It's how I buy. I buy comics what I want to read, and if they're worth something, great. But if I want to invest in the business, I'll invest in artwork before I'll invest in a comic book, because there's only one page from that book that each piece of art is one. The comic, let's be honest. If any comic you want to find in the last 30 years, you can just go online and find it right away.
Yeah.
Right? There's always somebody with one. It's very rare. You're like, I can't find this book at all. And, you can always find them. As they get older, they're tough, though. You get the stuff from the 40s and the 50s, and it's a little more rare. Or it's tough to find them in a decent condition. That's the other thing. But that's me. I mean, like I said, I collect art. I collect older books. I even CGC them once in a while, which gets some creators pissed off. But I'm like, you worry about your collection. I worry about my collection.
Yeah. Here's my latest one that I got. Is my Thundercats one.
Oh, nice. And a 9.8. That's great.
Yeah.
What year did that come out?
I think it was it 80? Let's see what it says here. I thought it was like 2002.
Yeah, I mean, so that's cool. That's beautiful shape, and love Thundercats, and that's all you need to know.
Only $70. I found that's not a bad deal. Yeah. But what I really enjoy the most is just getting comics, and when I'm at a con, just having people sign it. So I have boxes of signatures. This is Marv Wolfman. That's where it's more valuable. I don't know if it'll ever be worth anything, but to me, that's really important to me because I grew up loving. Yeah, it's a story, right? Or the one that you and Amanda signed for me right here, which is really cool. Like that means more to me than anything else. And so I just
we like the colored pens too. So
yeah, exactly. Well, especially on the glossy.
Yeah, well, Amanda likes to go color correct, so those two colors match the cover.
It's so
the purple and the pink.
That's so awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's so.
It's
awesome.
Fun book. It's a fun book. I think the last two are coming out soon. We're up on 4. I think 4 is out. Yeah, I think 5 comes out, which is all Vortox, which is pretty funny, and then 6 is just madness. It's just madness. But it's been a fun series. It's been delayed a little bit here and there because I think I might have mentioned the last time we have to get okays from everybody. So we write it, and then Elvira, she kind of looks over everything and makes changes, and then we have their agents, and then we have DC, and we have Dynamite, and by the time we're done, we're like so happy it's on the stands. Like I said, 2 more. I think one coming out in March and then April. Yeah, and then we're done. So yeah,
So
sometimes you gotta wait.
Yeah, exactly. It's incredible the IP that Elvira represents that she owns. I mean,
I have some friends of mine that are obsessed with her.
Yeah.
For two very big reasons. And
I wonder.
But she's actually a lot of fun. If you ever met her, she's a lot of fun. It's when they offered it to us, we were just laughing, and then we're like, Amanda's like, I think I really want to do that. I'm like, all right. I said, we'll come up with something crazy, and then they said, well, she's going to look over everything just to make her lines. So she's changed her own dialogue in it, which is kind of, so when you read it, if it's not me or Amanda, it's definitely her saying some stuff. And if it's really corny and a little sexist and whatever, that's her. She has a lot of fun with it. She has a great sense of humor, and that's perfect for that book.
Yeah,
that book is insane.
It is.
it is insane, and then the people that love it are insane because we go to the cons and they're like fanatics about it. And there's a billion Easter eggs in it, which makes people crazy. But if you can't make the comic book fun, then you shouldn't be making comics.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
Well, this one is fun in a different way, a little dark at times, but super fun.
Yeah, Gunslinger. I have to remind everybody, I write it every month.
Yep.
It's ongoing.
Yes.
I'm on issue, I think I have 13. I don't know.
13 right here.
Is this out? Oh, it came
out.
out. Okay.
It's out, which is really good. The way it starts off. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty. I did a lot of my Indian burial research and stuff in this issue. Like I did a lot of research for this one.
Yeah.
And the artwork is, I mean, Patrick and Lewis, and it's heavy duty.
Zanya, if I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, Zanya. We call it Z now because I'm like, I don't even, it's just Z. But yeah, Zanya. You call it.
Gotta be a fan favorite, Jimmy. She has to be a fan favorite. You got to be hearing that because she's
someone you have to watch in the next 3 or 4 issues because something happens, and let's just say we're creating another character for the universe there with her. I love writing her because like Tobias, like the Gunslinger, I see their lives are interrupted.
Yeah.
They're really just, and there's some bonding in this issue. There's a little bonding. I think
campfire and everything going on there.
Yeah, there's also it's next issue. Okay. Yeah. Next issue we get a little more insight into Ryder, why Ryder is so after Lane. And then yeah, man, I feel like I'm writing this like crazy weird movie with this thing, and Patrick is just killing it. I mean, the art is beautiful on it. It doesn't look like any other book out there, I think.
No.
And again, yeah, just like you said, just like he does stuff like this.
Yeah,
it's just,
it's phenomenal.
And he's also, the violence is horrible. It's crazy. But there's
a little Mike Tyson issue at the end.
Yeah. It's just so beautiful.
It is.
Because Todd, when he gave me the gig, he said I wanted grounded. I wanted grounded, and I said, the style will ground it. If I'll write it grounded, but the style has to. It's 2 feet on the ground. It's like these characters are not. There is some mystical stuff. There is some evil shit going on and all that stuff. But it's reality they're walking through and in the world, and which is different than the other books, as you know.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be on this for a while. So I tell people, because people are like, how long you're on it? I'm like, I'm on it for a while, man. I'm working out all this stuff. It is Tommy, I'll tell you, it's a really weird thing for me because when I have other books out, and whenever I do them, like 30 people review them.
Yeah.
No one reviews this book. Like there is no written review of this comic.
That's ridiculous. Because
I don't understand it. And someone told me, they said, you know what? The people that read Todd's books, they read it, they don't review it that much.
They don't. They don't, Jimmy. I mean, as you probably know, the Spawn fandom is a very tight-knit group, extremely passionate about Spawn. And you've had I've had Mark on several times with us.
Yes,
he knows specifically Gunslinger. He knows the whole history. He has it tattooed on him. So if something happens that's not Gunslinger, he's going to let you know. But they're always passionate, but they're always very positive about it too. Though it's like a really good group.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm writing. People are going, when you're going to get back on Hex, and I'm like, I'm writing a monthly Western that's a little rougher than Hex.
Yeah.
It's a little more violent. It's a little more hardcore because Jonah had stories, but this one is just brutal. It gets worse. And I'm just like, okay. Although I laugh at the covers because they do the covers way in advance.
Yeah.
And they have nothing to do with the book. Like this, I'm like, what is that cover? Although that one, yes, okay.
Yeah.
But I always laugh at the covers because I'm like, I tell Thomas, I'm like, it would be nice if we can get some story-centric covers for the and I'm insisting on issue like 17 and 18. I need story-centric covers because it's of what it's happening.
Yeah.
But I can't complain. Working for those guys is a dream. Again, they let me do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I had Thomas on the phone today and I was pitching him an idea, and he is the Spawn guy. He knows everything about Spawn.
Everything.
So I said, if I do this to this and this, what does it mess up? And he's like, you do that, but you would have that go there. And I was like, thank you. Okay. Because I want to make sure it makes sense with all the other Spawn books,
Have you ever met Daniel Enriquez, who is doing The Curse of Shirley Johnson? He's from Portugal.
If I met him, it was probably just a quick meet, but I don't know him personally. No.
So he's an artist, does a lot of inking, and now he's writing The Curse of Shirley Johnson with Jonathan Glapian, which is another really good book in the Spawn universe. Thomas Healy will tell you this. Daniel Enriquez has as much, if not a little more than even Thomas, on Spawn history, Gunslinger. The guy is a walking encyclopedia. It's amazing because he's been a fan since, it all started in the 90s.
Right.
And then he's working for Todd on that title. But yeah, if you can't get a hold of Thomas, man, I'll give you the information.
There you go. Gunslinger is a difficult character for me because, Todd does whatever Todd does in modern day Gunslinger. So if he changes or does something, I have to run and go, or I have to explain it somehow. I think we talked about like he can't read, like that was like something I didn't know. And thank God I didn't have him reading anything, but I have to explain it out why an educated kid can't read, and I do. It will be explained. But at the same time, I love it that I do something in the past that he has to acknowledge in the future. But that's not how it's working. It's weird to write a book where the character exists far in the future, and the Todd tells me, he's like, you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't do that. Also, you can't do that, and I'm like, okay. But I think my whole goal is to at least you get to know the Gunslinger through the people around him, and right now it's Ryder and Z are around him, and we're getting to know, we see him interacting with them, and we're getting to know who he is, because that's the only way. I mean, we had the same thing with Harley. When we did Harley, I still didn't know who she was, but once we gave her a supporting cast, watching her interact gave us a really good clue on who this character is, and that's why I think it worked. And I same thing with Power Girl. When we took over Power Girl, she didn't have anything. She had, and I was like, okay, well, we need to give her some people and a job and a friend and a cat and the whole thing. But it's interesting in comics because I'm talking to somebody that gave me their book to read recently, and there was nothing wrong with the book, but I was telling him, I'm like, you might want to just think about these couple of things, which is what does the character want? What does the character fear? And then why, as the reader, should I care?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not easy to answer sometimes because, and my thing is, nothing turns you off more if you don't give a crap about the character. So it's always a challenge. I think I think if somebody else is writing Deadly Tales of Gunslinger, they might make the stories quicker and faster and everything. But I enjoy the pace. It's not like it's not satisfying to read. It's just it's a big story, and not everybody has chapters to their big story. Sometimes things go on for a while. But Lane is definitely the modern villain, the most recent villain, and he definitely, he's oh my god, he's got a lot of hurt coming his way.
Yeah, he does
in the next couple of issues. So it's kind of fun to write. It's kind of fun to do. Yeah,
I love it. Ahoy Boy says, "Do you know if Patrick Reynolds ever does any CGC signings? Would love to get my book signed by."
Yeah, I don't know. I got to ask Patrick. I mean, I'm sure he would if they asked him. CGC asks you when you have a lot of people requesting you.
Oh,
but I think if I can get Patrick in one room, like the both of us can do a signing for CGC. I got, you know what? That's a good one. Ahoy Boy, I'll ask Patrick about that.
That'd be amazing. Sure. Yeah, because I think a lot of us would love to, unless he's going to be at a con with you at some point. We'd love.
Yeah, he's a worker. I only saw him once at once or twice actually. I saw him in Emerald City though, where I got to kind of wag a finger at him for not because he does a lot of his art digitally. And I told him, dude, you drew issue 1 digitally? He goes, yeah. I'm like, are you out of your mind? I said, you could have sold those pages,
Yeah.
I think now he does like the splash pages and the covers. Actually, I bought a cover from him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Hang on a second. It's
no problem. And while Jimmy's doing that, everyone, go into the comments and put #Spawn. I'm trying to write, but for some reason, it's not letting me write. I don't know why, but #Spawn. Just go. Oh, there it goes. I was able to now. Put #Spawn. We'll be giving away this issue 1 of Deadly Tales of Thank you of Gunslinger, signed by Mr. Jimmy Palmiotti.
That's right. Win that, people.
Win it. And I have a couple other things, Jimmy, too, because I have Erica Schultz on quite often for Rat City, and I have an extra copy that I have from her that is signed too, which is pretty cool. So we got a couple titles. We'll do a couple giveaways as we celebrate 400. My 400th interview with the one and only Jimmy Palmiotti, man.
I don't know where the cover is, and it's in one of my portfolios. But I was thinking I can't probably show it anyway because it's for a future cover.
Oh yeah, don't be in trouble.
But I bought it from Patrick. I said, nope, don't give me a break.
Yeah,
whatever you charge at the cons, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
So it's my first Spawn cover that I own.
That's awesome, Jimmy.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
There you go.
But you do own quite a bit of art, though, right? You had mentioned you have quite a collection of art.
I do. I have stuff. Right next to me. I have stuff. Okay, there's nothing behind me. I got.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool. I don't know if I ever showed you this. This is. Oh, I'm gonna get all the reflections.
Oh yeah.
In the world. This is. You see, I'm getting all the reflections. I'm sorry.
Is that Flash?
This was drawn by Bernie Wrights and then painted by Joe Jusko.
Whoa.
And it was for the Marvel Knights Punisher, the first 4 issues. This is like number 2 cover, where it's Punisher's coming out of the grave. And Bernie penciled it, and then Joe Jusko painted over it.
That's crazy.
And they gave it to me as a gift. So, that's it. I got it framed. I just got to find the wall space to I do collect art. I'm very slow at collecting it, meaning I get a piece here and I get a piece there. I can't afford it.
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's a little bit of an expensive hobby. It's a rich man's hobby.
Yeah.
But I did buy this weekend. I did buy. There was like this one dealer had John Byrne pages, and they were non-character pages, like from some of his other books, like Next Man or.
Okay.
But he had them for like $200 a page. So
that's
I bought.
Bad.
No, I mean they're not like, oh wow,
Yeah.
They're non-character pages, but I bought 2 of them for $200 each because I'm like, when am I ever going to get a John Byrne page?
I was going to say, I don't care what it is if it's a John Byrne page, right?
Dude, I was like, I have them right here. You don't mind if I? Okay.
Yeah, please. That would be amazing, Jimmy.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm running off screen about things, but I was. I was just like, okay. I'm like, what? This is okay. I got
Hashtag Spawn. Everybody
and
start
then
entering in.
somebody gave me a John Romita Jr.
Oh,
pencil
that's so
page
cool.
to ink. He wants it inked.
Oh, he wants it inked?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I'm not even sure where this page is from, to be honest with you. It says JBNM. Oh, but it's like it's a John Byrne page.
What title is that? You know what book it's from?
No, it says JBNM number 25.
JB.
I have no idea. But it's kind of a cool page. I have no idea what it is.
That is awesome, though.
Maybe one of your audience will know. So this was it was $200, and then I bought this one from a book called Lab Rats by John Byrne. You ever hear of it?
Oh yeah, Lab Rats, yeah.
So I think this was $250. It's a DC comic.
Oh yeah.
You know,
the detail is crazy, Jimmy. Oh wait, what am I doing? I could make yours bigger. There you go. Why am I? Oh wow, the detail.
But anyway, it was $250, but they're not like superhero pages, right? So
you know what it is? It's Next Man.
Next
Man 25. John Byrne, JB, Next Man. That's what it is.
So that's the page, you know. So for $200 at OAX, I thought I thought that was a really good deal.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I'm like, I can't afford some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
And there's the Daredevil ones. He was a Daredevil. John Romita Jr. did a sketch, and
hey, K-pop.
This guy's paying me to. He's paying me to ink it. So there you go. We can get back small. We don't have to look at me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
You know, but like I said, it's the non superhero pages. But honestly, for art collective, for me, of course, it'd be nice to have an X-Men page, but I don't have $35,000.
Yeah, I know. It would be really nice to have that too.
So I'm happy to get a $200 John Byrne page. That's cool. I look at that all day long.
Absolutely. We got a few people that have gone in here, but guys, there's a lot watching. But get in the comments, man. Get that Jimmy Palmiotti signed issue 1 of Gunslinger, The Deadly Tales.
That's it. I'm working on issue 17 right now.
Are you?
Yeah. So I think 13 is the one that came out, right?
Yeah. We got 13.
Yeah. So we got.
It's phenomenal. Yeah. The storyline is really good, Jimmy. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. It's
like I said, Z is. I love that character, the stoicness, the everything about it, and you could tell you did your homework because the way that they had to be buried, the depth, where the heads were pointing, like everything was. I was like, he must have did his homework on this one, unless you already knew it.
I did because different tribes bury people different ways, and based on where she is, I figured she was an amalgam of 3 different tribes, and they kind of share the same burial type techniques. Yeah. I have it where she is, so Indians when you do like American Indians and they have their gods and they have their things. But they all have slightly different beliefs because, they were not developed in a way where everybody shared the same thing. So they had different, she has, well, I had the one, right. We talk about the burial and then she has she runs into she has a little visitor while she's, burying a bobcat I was thinking, like, if I'm her, like, what do I do? And when I was writing the character, and I was like, your gut reaction is defend yourself, but that's actually a very white man's way. Like, she's like, I pointed out in there, and I was like, it's a good moment because it's sort of like the world is changing around her, and she's changing with it. And she acknowledges that, oh my, I'm getting changed by everything around me too.
Yeah.
Like I'm not thinking the same. And I just think it's one of those interesting things of the characters is that they notice, is that they notice changes in themselves. That's why I have that moment with Gunslinger where he's like, he's actually talking and laughing with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's like, he realizes that he hasn't done that in a while. He's been so wrapped up in his own, like we all get,
Yep, 100%.
We get wrapped up in our own stuff. But those moments are what makes, when you have the hard moments and the crazy stuff, makes it mean even more, because we feel like we know these guys, and there's something bigger at stake when you know and connect with the characters. It's very important part of storytelling in comics. It can't just be, we know this is the hero and this is the bad guy. We have to actually know them, and with this book, you have to know them from scratch.
Yeah.
Because when you're reading the new Gunslinger, it's like he's more developed.
Yeah.
He's a little more modern, and he's a little more, bouncy.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll get to that over time,
Yeah.
But right now he's just like trying to observe the world, and just they want to kill this Lane guy so bad.
Bad. Driving everything, man.
yeah, pretty much. And I can't blame him. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
This is my buddy Andrew here, Caffeinated Wolf. I need to catch up on Gunslinger. When I was last reading, Brett Booth was on pencils. He's one of my favorite all-time artists. That's the original.
Yeah, he was on the main Gunslinger. Is he not? He's not on it anymore, right?
No, I think he's back on Spawn, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Brett's part of that whole Spawn artist group, and
so what do you know about the Spawn movie? Like, what's the word?
So Todd, he's kind of stopped talking about because it's constant questions, and obviously there's been a bazillion delays, right? We had the pandemic, which is understandable. Then you had the strike. So he got real frustrated at one point. He said, I'm just going to shop it around and then try and fund it myself through investments and stuff like that. Obviously he landed on, what's the small publisher or the
studio.
The studio.
Is it A24 or one of those type things?
It's someone in the comments could help me out. But so it's in their hands. The last thing that was heard is they are looking for a director. Jamie Foxx is still going to play Spawn. He's mentioned that on his own Instagram and stuff like that. I don't think Twitch is going to be part of it. If you're familiar with Sam and Twitch, the two cops.
I do. That was one of the books offered to me.
Oh yeah, I thought you would do good on that too. Just
I did, but I wanted to do a Western.
I mean, Western noir, like police noir, Jimmy, all day.
Sam and Twitch, I like the old stuff I read, and I have some of it.
Yeah.
But I felt like with Gunslinger, I had more of a landscape I could build.
Yeah.
I tell you, I mean, he should also, like, a Gunslinger movie, like in the past. I could write the hell out of a screenplay on that. It would be brutal.
Yeah.
But I mean, you literally could take the first couple of issues and just make that into a really good, crazy movie.
Absolutely.
He's got it. Like, I hope they do get that done, because I think yes, covers with Zayana. That's what we were talking about. We have some of that coming up. Yes. That's absolutely the way. But I like I said, these properties are so much fun. They can have so much fun with film and TV. I would even like a Netflix series, like a Gunslinger Netflix series, like a 1 hour continued series. I can do a season.
Yeah,
because I literally would just adapt the books. That's what I would do personally.
That'd be amazing. It's Blumhouse, by the way. Thank you.
Oh, it's Blumhouse. Yeah, and they're great. They're cool.
amazing.
I mean, I hope that happens for Todd. I know. Todd did mention like do animation for Gunslinger one. Yeah, he'd probably want to do the modern Gunslinger one, and I don't blame him, because that's his baby. It's funny because it is still a Spawn.
Yeah.
Like, so if they do a movie, they probably say, well, we have that license. If you're going to do another Gunslinger, Blumhouse will probably say, well, we get the rights to anything Spawn related. That's how what do I know? I know nothing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm just imagining like everybody else.
Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you, man. Says Jimmy, sir, you've written a lot over your career. What's been your favorite genre or lore to play in thus far?
So I do love the American Western because I think there's so much drama there and it's so much discovery there. I also love science fiction. I mean, I
Yeah.
love the idea. I love post-apocalypse movies.
Mm.
And they could be mellow where they're just like a couple of people left or rebuilding. I do love that genre a lot. Like I try to when I look at cable shows, I try to say, "Oh, are there any good post-apocalypse dramas?" Because there's some really good ones. A lot of times they're just mellow. There's just like two people left, and what are they going to do? And I'm actually writing a book now with Pierre Brito. We are actually on the third issue of a
Oh
book
wow.
called South, and it's I have no publisher yet, but it's basically an end of a post-apocalypse story about a couple that gets separated, and she heads south, and it's simple as that. But it's the world that she's in that makes the story.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It's funny because I never thought I would be any good at humor, and then when I started doing Harley and a couple other books, I'm like, I
Yeah.
do love humor too because I love the idea of somebody getting a comic book and laughing out loud. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when we did the pro, we were all like we couldn't wait for people to get it because
Yeah.
we were laughing when we were making it, and I'm like saying, I wonder if other people are gonna find it funny. You never know. Even Harley, like the humor in
That was
Harley,
hilarious though. There's a lot of funny parts in that.
yeah, so it's like, I do like humor. It's a tough question to ask. I do get asked a lot to write westerns.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not writing the new Jonah Hex series, by the way, for
Yeah.
DC.
No.
So you guys can figure out who that is, but it is not me and it is not Justin. Nobody asked us anything.
That's
Um,
crazy.
but I probably Western, probably sci-fi. I do like horror, but I like gothic horror.
Mhm.
I've written Friday the 13th series. I've written Hills Have Eyes, the prequel. I've written whole bunch of horror, but I'm not necessarily the guy that likes the limbs and the arms and the knives and eyes, even though I did exactly that with a knife in the eye, because that's my fear of everything. Um, but I do like a gothic horror. I do like the idea of ghosts and stuff like that. I don't, honestly, I guess the best answer, and he paid for that quote there.
Yeah.
My best answer would be I like everyone else. I change what I like over
Yeah.
time. Westerns are always easy for me because I've done so much research on them. And I've done on the ground research, meaning less about the history and more about what it is to be living at those times.
Yeah.
And so I find that very easy to read and write. And I also think Westerns are a little more soap opera than most people think they are because it is people just talking through their lives. They're
Yeah.
trying to exist,
Yeah.
Um, and again, sci-fi because I like the possibility, the idea of the endurance of somebody, how hard they want to live, how much they'll go through it to live. Because we've all had points in our life, not that we want to end our life, but that we know we've had days where if we go to sleep, we're gonna feel much better. Like, do you ever
Yes.
have a day like that?
Yes.
Where you're just like, I just want to go to sleep. Tomorrow's got to be better than what
Yeah.
happened today.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of somebody saying, "No, I'm going to keep fighting back. I'm going to
Yeah.
keep fighting." And that's a little bit like me because I've been through a lot of like whole separate interview. Been through
Yeah.
a lot of stuff, and I'm like, I'm just going to keep pushing,
Yeah.
And we can't always tell. The tough guys aren't always the muscly people. They're the quiet woman and the quiet man, and they're a lot tougher than a lot of people expect because as you get to know people.
Yeah.
But all of these genres are all character driven. So I do love characters. I do love writing characters. So my answer is all over the map. I'm so sorry about that answer,
No, it's good,
but
Jimmy.
I like writing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the trailer yet for Hail Mary? The new sci-fi with the guy that was in the Barbie movie. What's his name? Real good-looking guy, super popular actor right now.
Yeah.
But he's like a teacher, and they're having this issue.
Yes, in
Yeah,
outer space. Yeah, that's
outer
a
space.
Ryan Gosling. You're talking
Ryan
about,
Gosling.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it looks good. I think the trailer gave away too much, to be
yeah.
honest with
Possibly,
you. I
yeah.
wish the trailer pulled back a little bit, but it looks terrific. Yeah, Ryan Gosling. And he's always good. Like,
Yeah.
I don't love musicals, but I like La La Land. And
Yeah,
I'm
La La Land's
I'm
good.
like, that's how good he was. That I like that movie. You know.
Oh, he's a great actor, I think.
Yeah, he's terrific. That looks terrific.
Yeah.
You know. He's one of those actors. I'll see anything with him in it. Like, there's a couple of guys, a couple of girls, actresses that I love, and I'll just see anything in them. Yeah, and La La Land was great. It is. I listen to the soundtrack all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, but I'm not a huge a musical person, because I don't understand how people just in the middle of the day break out into a song.
You don't do that in the middle of the day while you're writing.
Right. Well, it's funny you say that, because no, I don't do it. But I did when I was a kid. I loved West Side Story, and I remember my mom loved Sound of Music, and we all went to see it.
Oh yeah.
And so I have good memories about musicals, but I have not seen those last two Wizard of Oz ones. There's something about them. I'm just
the original is good enough on that one, I think.
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, people love those movies. Those Wicked, the Wicked movies.
I mean, it did $1 billion, so someone really.
I saw the play on Broadway, and I was, when it was intermission came, I wanted to keep running. I wanted to leave the theater and keep running. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But not everything's for me. So I'm happy when people enjoy things.
Yeah,
I don't care. It's great. But La La Land was a standout.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, Scott is involved. Well, any of those Jonah Hex, any of those titles that come out under that line, Scott is in control of. So I do know I've not been asked, and I do know I'm not doing it, because I know who the team is. But it is what it is, man. They're another universe too. It's not regular Jonah Hex. It's like the Batman books, and like it's always weird to me, and this is nothing to do with Scott or the team. It's always weird to me that we have the greatest characters, but everybody has to do different versions of them all the time.
Yeah.
I used to, when I get it though. I mean, I've worked on some. I think I've done Deathstroke as a pirate.
Yeah.
They're fun gigs, but it's always weird to me how varied like everything gets, like but I guess deconstruction is the fun of it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if they said, hey, you're gonna write Jonah Hex, but he's gonna be like a guy that lives in New Jersey, and he's I'm like, okay, or Staten Island. He lives in Staten Island and he's angry. I get all that. And I get why the fans like it, because after 7 million Spider-Mans, it's nice to get 30 other Spider-Mans, I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's a lot of Spider-Man. Thank you for doing. Yeah. Tag Spawn in the next maybe 5 minutes or so. We'll start doing the giveaways. And then, of course, I have to control my buddy Will here. I'd watch Sydney Sweeney and anything with the sound off, kind of like I used to watch Baywatch.
You know what, though? I saw her in something recently.
Yeah, the Something Maiden,
Well, I didn't see that one. I saw this one where she's on an island.
Oh, yes.
And
I think that's the one, though, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
I think so. I haven't seen it yet, but my daughter
it's like during the World War II, like these people go off to an island.
Oh, that's a different one. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and she was excellent in it. And I was like, okay, she can act, so you can turn your sound on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I think she's a pretty good actress. I think she's a lot of times, right, when somebody's that beautiful, we tend to like say, oh, maybe they can act. But what's the one that was in the last Jurassic Park?
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. Like over the years, I've grown to like her more and more. Like as she's getting older, I'm enjoying her more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it has to do with she has a great sense of humor.
Yes.
And that made her, because she always looked pretty. She always looked good in movies. But I think that the first one I saw where I really stood out was Point Break. Is not Point Break. The tennis one. It was a Woody Allen movie. It was called.
Someone in the chat might know. I don't know.
Break Point, or it was a tennis term actually. How do I not know this? God.
Anybody know, guys?
I'm gonna turn you on to a movie that you would never watch in a million years.
But everyone's gonna look it up right now.
I'm writing Woody Allen tennis. That's my shorthand. Match Point.
Match Point. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen that one.
So it's with Jonathan Rhys Meyers, Scarlett Johansson, and Emily Mortimer. It's 2005, directed by Woody Allen, which you can't tell because he does this completely different thing. It is really good.
Really?
And it's like one of those movies you get a little bit of a stomach ache watching because some stuff happens in it. But she was great in it. Yeah. And I recommend it. If you never saw it, it's less about tennis. It's about somebody who is not comfortable where he is in life, so he has to create a new life for himself. And man, you would never know it's a Woody Allen movie because it's got a little bit of a hardcore thing to it. And but she was great in it though, Scarlett Johansson, and she looks amazing in it. So if your buddy that wants to turn the sound down, he can watch that movie without the sound. But it's story-wise, it's a terrific movie.
It's good though, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good crime thriller.
Yeah. I have to check that one. I don't think I've ever heard of that one, Jimmy, so I have to check it out. Haunt is the ghost of Spawn universe. Any chance of Haunt and Deadly Tales? Again, Deadly Tales is taking place in
the past
in a few years.
How would Haunt be in there? Is Haunt been alive forever?
No.
Okay, so it'd have to be before like the 1865 to 2000 to 1865 to 1900s. So so certain characters wouldn't fit. Now, would I write a Gunslinger Jonah Hex book? Yes. I would do a miniseries of that. Although I think if that happened, Todd would want to write it. I would guess,
Yeah.
But I would write the hell out of that one.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, there are one or two characters in the Spawn universe that are in the Gunslinger, but they're not exposed themselves yet.
Yeah.
But they're there. So it's not so important though.
Yeah. But they will make an appearance.
Yeah, they'll make an appearance, but it's not so important. So it's not like I felt like the easy way would be to just take everything that's been done and just throw it in the book. And then I said, you know what? No, I kind of let's go for a new ride.
Yeah.
A little bit. So there is some stuff, there is some callback coming up soon, and there are some little things here and there. But the book is not about a mystery of who the bad guy is. It's more of a mystery of who the main guy is, in a way, who Tobias is. Yeah. And how did he get there? And so that's the fun of the series.
Yeah. Incredible, Jimmy. All right, everybody. I'm going to start doing the giveaway.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
give you a couple more minutes. #Spawn in the comments, and we will get this to you. I will mail it off. I don't care where you live. We'll figure it out.
That's right. We don't care where you live.
Yeah.
Unless it's an igloo in the middle of Central Park. Then that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I saw somebody was making a joke. They made an igloo in Central Park, and then somebody was interviewing him, and he goes, yeah, it's $400 a month. It's not too bad. I just kind of pee in the snow and, whatever. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That's very New York.
Exactly. Yeah. Drop it in the chat. #Spawn in the chat. I'll give it a couple more minutes to make sure everyone, because there's a lot of people watching, but I don't think we have the same amount unless you don't want a free signed issue 1 of Deadly Tales from the one and only Jimmy Palmiotti.
So I signed it with my good hand too.
Your good one, huh?
I can sign with both hands, but I use my better one for that one.
You do? You sign with both hands? Serious?
I don't do it often, but I can. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do it would be so different.
My good signature leans that way, and my left-hand signature leans that way. Yeah.
I have a few things signed by you. I'm going to look and see if I have one.
They're all my good hand. It's very rare.
Is it? Okay.
When I'm CGC, I sign with both hands. I got to get out of there,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't do that. I take my time and spell out every letter.
Yeah. That's too funny, Jimmy. Well, Jimmy, you got a lot of other things going on. I think while everyone is going to the chat and putting #Spawn, let's go over your 30-year amazing title, Painkiller Jane Uncovered, coming.
It's true. That is a So it's like a 64-page comic. It was a lot of fun for me because it features a ton of covers, and then we have new ones. There's some new people, but a lot of the covers that have been featured in the past, I had to digitally take and redraw the lettering out because we don't have film from these old things.
Oh yeah.
So I retouched the stuff out. But we have a ton of covers by Amanda, Joe Quesada. We got Sean Gordon Murphy did a piece. Bradstreet did this beautiful piece. Peach did this painted cover that's gorgeous when you see it. Bill Sienkiewicz piece of Dave Johnson. There's so much art in this thing, and then we got separate covers, and then Amanda did the one you're seeing a little tease of up there. Amanda did this cover that is so gorgeous, and we're even doing a foil one. You know, the foil one's like an add-on.
Yeah.
So if you back it, you could just add it on and buy a couple of. With this only, so all of these are limited to the print run, to the Kickstarter. It starts next week, but if you go to if you go and you can find the sign up sheet, it'll tell you that morning when it goes live. I've been putting this together for a while. It seems like, hey, it's easy, just reprint all the cool art you have, and I'm like, I don't have film for a lot of it.
Yeah.
So we had to go out and scan the art and then re-clean it up and everything. Painkiller Jane series is on Tubi. I'm gonna recommend the first episode, and then I think it's the 13th episode. It's called The League, and that's the one I wrote.
Oh, how cool!
So that one I wrote. Now again, a show with a limited budget, so it stays in rooms sometimes. But it's a fun show. It has not a ton to do with the actual comic. But Kristana is pretty good. Kristana Loken's nice to look at, and there's some good kills. But I'd say the first and the 13th are my favorites because of course I wrote one. And I was there for the first one. I was a producer on that one. But that was way back. That was 30-something years ago or 20-something years ago.
That's crazy.
We've been doing Jane since the mid-90s. That was actually 2005, so it was only 21 years ago. But the collection is basically a cover collection and has 4 different books you can get. There's a couple of articles in it. We talk about the media part, and there's me talking about me and Joe and creating Jane. And so there's stuff to read. And there's it's only through this Kickstarter. So I've been working on it for a while. I got to be honest with you, and I think it's just beautiful art. And then we got some cool, like the covers. Anybody who backs my Kickstarters knows how much production we put into everything on this. Thank you for the link.
Yep, links right here. It's also in the show notes if you're watching this after the live. To make it really easy for you to get over there. Again, all you do is hit the notify button, and you're just going to get an email saying it's live now, and then you can get over there and you can make your choice, but real easy.
I'm laughing at Caffeinated Wolf because they had a crush on Kristana Loken. So Kristana's a buddy of mine, and when we're doing the show, we would go out at night and go to the bars and stuff, and she loved to play pool. And we would play pool with guys, and they'd be looking at it because she's tall, and she's a tall glass of water, as they say. She's extremely pretty. She's extremely sociable. So she goes right in there and is like, "Come on, guys, let's play some pool." And they're like, and then it's always inevitable. Somebody goes, "You look familiar," and she's like, "You ever see Terminator 3?" And they're like, and then we get a bunch more drinks and some shots. But
and then they lose their mind, right?
She's a lot of fun to hang out with. I know Kristana since we became friends on the show, so. I just talked to her last week, so that talk about craziness. Awesome. Just a great person, and she does her own little films now, and she stars in other things. She's very busy. But 30 years of Jane. I mean, this is the cop that can't die. It's basically she's a New York cop that goes undercover with a partner. And while she's undercover with the bad guys, a bunch of drug dealers, they find out she's an undercover cop because her girlfriend is so high she just slips up at one point. And they shoot Jane up with a lot of drugs, and they dump her in front of a precinct, and she goes into a coma. And sort of like the spirits, they announce that she's dead because they don't want they don't want the family. I'm trying to find the right word. They
Yeah.
don't want the family to be the next victims of the crime thing. Like if she was still alive, everybody's in trouble.
Yeah.
And she's in a coma for years, and she comes out of the coma one day, and she has a healing factor. It's not like Wolverine. She doesn't heal quick. That's why the bandages are on her all the time. She heals slowly. But the comic is less about the healing and the gunshot and all that stuff. And it's more about just she's a bisexual character. I based her on somebody I know. The comic is always R-rated. It is an adult comic.
Yeah.
This pinup book is an adult pinup book. There's nudity in here. There's everything. So just to give a heads up, I don't know if I even say that in the Kickstarter. I gotta go check it tonight before it goes live, because there's a lot of nudity in the book too.
You got to have that not safe for work, whatever it is.
Yeah, just mature audiences, whatever. But she's a character that is just trying to plow through her life, and she's so much fun to write because she doesn't have any continuity tying her down somewhat. Yeah. So I throw into these crazy adventures where it's just insane.
Yeah.
And there is continuity in the book as a series. As you read it, it is moving in continuity, but it's not the kind of continuity that pushes readers out. It's actually every time I like to get them set up and get them in. And I'm really proud of this book because I worked with some of the best people. I mean, Leonardi's in there. There's so many people in this book that have done amazing work. And some of the work, there's new pieces in there. I actually, there's a couple of artists. I was at George Pratt. You know who George Pratt is? Artist. No. He's a pretty famous artist. That but he teaches at the Sarasota School of Art. He teaches illustration, and he had some comic book students, and I met a bunch of them, and I found two that I thought were great, and they did pieces in here. And then I met a tattoo artist, two tattoo artists that I thought were amazing, and they're in there. Like there's some cool stuff besides stuff you've seen on the books. If you're a fan, you've seen a lot of it, but there's a lot of stuff people haven't seen. So I'm trying to give everybody something in this book.
Yeah,
and it's 30 years of celebration, and I hope it. I hope you guys back it. I hope it makes enough money that I can print it. That's what I always worry about. All I worry about is I want to break even and print the book. If it does really well, then we're going to do a ton of add-ons. Our last campaign or 2 campaigns ago, we had so many add-ons. Like anybody who bought the book up, like more stuff than they never wanted, sticker sheets and all that stuff. I love this stuff. I love to open a box and get a lot of stuff. So
me too. Yeah, who doesn't, man?
Yeah, so that's where the campaign's aimed.
Yeah,
it says 248 followers. I know after this show, I'll get another 10 from you, Tommy.
Yeah. And doesn't cost anything to hit the notify button. You're just gonna get notified when it's ready.
No, it's just that morning you'll get a thing that says, "Hey, we're live," with a link, and then you'll get to the link, and then you can look at it and see what you want to do.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, very good, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and so I have 2 giveaways. Okay. Obviously, the Jimmy Palmiotti signed issue number 1, and then I actually had an extra. I was going through all my Spawn stuff, and I've had Erica on a couple times, who I really enjoy talking to. And this is issue 1 of Rat City, first printing, and
it's a fun book.
It's a fun book. Yeah, Peter is awesome, man. So we got 2 giveaways, 2 signed books. If you're Spawn fans, real quick, I'm about to hit the button. # Spawn in the comment sections in the chat right here. It needs to be in the chat, and I am going to hit the button right now. And we're going to start giving some away.
What does the button do? Does it scan for the?
Yeah, let me see if I could. I'm going to share my screen so you could all see. So I'm not trying to pay favoritism or anything like that. Let me see. Hit start collecting comments. All right.
Oh, how cool is that? Entry
There's only 7. There's like 40 people watching. There's only 7. Are you sure, guys?
Guys, you got a couple of minutes. Put it down. Let's put that # Spawn.
Yeah, super easy. Go in the
chat. Right now, though, there's 7 people. Like, no more people. 7
let me go back. Come on, guys. All you got to do. Hashtag. I know Will's go do it. Hit the button because he wants to win.
I mean, 2 out of 7 is pretty good odds.
It is. All right.
Just give it away. If they're on the ball, they should be able to get it.
Absolutely. All right, here we go.
Okay. Look at that. All right, Creators Outlet gets one.
It's Wheel. This guy wins everything every time I do something. Congrats, Wheel. That is hilarious. This one will be out. You got the Gunslinger Spawn one. So congratulations, Will. I got your address because he's won a toy from me before. All right, I'm going to do another one. All right, here we go. This is for Rat City, signed by Erica Schultz, who is just an amazing human being, to be honest. I love talking to her. Here we go.
Let's see what we got.
If it's you, Will, I'm doing it again.
That's right, Will. Will has his all right.
The Art and Times of Jay Ryan. Nice.
I'm guessing this is the winner is Jay Ryan.
Jay Ryan is the winner right here. All right. So this one is going to Creators Outlet, and this one's going to Jay Ryan right here. Congratulations. Guys, if you could, I'm going to go ahead and put my an email in here that you could use.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Everybody who didn't win, when I see you, high five.
High five, yes. So, you know, you mentioned that you will be at MegaCon, Jimmy.
I will. My next show in front of me, I'm looking, is MegaCon. Yes, 4 days at MegaCon. And then Calgary.
Calgary. Nice.
Yeah, Calgary's in April.
Yeah. That's the one that Todd usually goes to because he's from that area.
Oh, is he? Maybe I'll see Todd. Maybe I'll stop by his house.
Yeah. I know he has a house there. I think he was born and raised in Calgary, if I'm not mistaken.
And then in May I have 2 shows, one in Finland and the other one in Copenhagen.
Wow, you're a world traveler, Jimmy.
I do. I love the world.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I like to use my passport. And I like to watch how completely useless the American dollar is everywhere. Exactly. I think it's like worth 70 cents right now in Europe. I'm like,
is it really? Yeah, no, that's crazy.
It's been a rough year, man.
I will tell you though, if you go to Central and South America, it's the opposite. Because I've never been to Europe or Asia, but
it's always like that. It's always like that in South.
I go to Central and South America all the time. I love the Americas. And your dollar stretches a lot more than Europe and Asia.
It does. It definitely does. In Europe, they're more like we are, like in a way where the dollar is and the euro. But right now, it's not. The euro has the strength, not the American dollar. Yeah. That's why silver and gold are up now.
Yeah, they're up significantly.
And why Bitcoin is down.
Yeah.
People rather have a silver bar.
Yeah, so, you want something physical you could touch. I'm still worried about some of like the Bitcoin and stuff like that. It reminds me of the NFTs. Remember those were real big? And there's that guy Jake Paul who just sold his Pokemon card for $12 million. Look at that.
You want silver? There's a.
Where do you go to?
It's called Bullion Babies. Bullion Baddies. Baddies. See if you can find it on your.
Yeah, let me
and then it's Bullion Baddies, and these are I'm trying to take it out of it because it comes in a little case, and I don't have fingernails, so here we go.
Oh, look at this, Jimmy! I found it.
Okay,
let me see.
So
let me share my screen. This is cool.
Yeah, this is a bar of silver. This is with an Adam Hughes artwork on it. There you go. And cool. Okay, here it is. Here, wait. Let me get it. So this is 0.999% silver. It's an ounce of silver.
Wow.
And you get it like a card pack, and you get 4. There's 2 Adam Hughes ones, and there's 2 Dave Johnson, and they're based on the Pop Kill books that we did.
Yeah. This one, Pop Kills. If you haven't read this,
there it is. See, right there. If you go on there, and you get it like a pack of cards, you get 1 in each pack. It's not cheap because, it's silver and all that. But there's only 500 made total. So you see the bottom 2, it has the girls not wearing clothing. There's only 50 of each of those, and then there's 200 of the other ones. And
Okay.
so when you buy the pack, it's you don't know what you're going to get. Now, I know that's a lot of money, $219, because it's only 500 altogether.
Yeah.
And then they're complete 1 ounce silver bars. These have an aftermarket that is insane. If you go on eBay, it's insane. I think they're going to even have a bigger aftermarket with the Adam Hughes and the Dave Johnson pieces, because they're actually based on something. But these guys are great. I'm having a good time. I love the idea of having a silver bar.
Yeah.
It's and then they do all these other kind of pinups. But mine is the first license they're doing.
That is so cool, Jimmy.
Yeah.
That is
there's only
awesome.
There's only 500, and again, it's silver bar. I think silver wise, just for the weight, it's $100 or something. It's worth like, and then there's the collectability, and people buy it like looking for the chase one. They want the topless Adam Hughes one. They want the topless Dave Johnson one, and I get that because everybody likes boobs. So even the ladies, ask the ladies, they'll tell you. But we have two beautiful pieces of art, so it's kind of cool.
That is so cool, Jimmy.
Hey, I guess. Look, I got to pay the bills.
Got to pay the bills, my friend. Nothing wrong with that. We all do. Oh. How did you choose Pop Kills over? You've done so many baddies.
I own Pop Kill, right? And I think we're talking about Painkiller Jane, but we wanted to see how these would do.
Yeah.
And I thought that Adam Hughes and Dave Johnson pieces were really strong.
Yeah.
Pieces, and I just felt like this might be the fun one to start with.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. It's funny because they went on sale today, and I think there's like 50 left.
Wow.
And they just went on sale this morning. So I think they sold 450 of these, because like I said, the thing with this is there's an aftermarket for these. So people buy them to resell them later, which is, that's a whole nother business. I buy them because I think they're cool, and I like it to have a bar of silver.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't clean you like a bar of soap, but,
but it can be a little rough if you go too hard there, Jimmy. Careful.
One day we might need it as currency, though. So who knows?
That's true.
But,
that's a good point.
It's just another collectible. It's another thing, right? People like collecting stuff. I don't.
Jimmy. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, cool, man. A bar of silver has a nice feel to it.
Yeah.
It's funny because my local comic shop has a giant glass case. It's got everything. It's got Batman silver things. It's got movie stuff. And I asked him, how does it do? And he goes, while I was there, a guy came in and bought $6,000 worth of them.
That's crazy.
It was like 4 weeks ago. And I saw Neil the other day, and he goes, that guy that bought the 6,000, he goes, silver doubled since he bought it. Yeah. So he says he must have known something, because he just went in and bought stacks. Of different.
Maybe he's a congressperson, Jimmy. They all kind of know a lot of stuff that's going on.
they do. I mean, they bought but he said, he goes that his silver, he has to he raises it when you buy it.
Yeah,
it's sort of like in the price for the weight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just goes by weight, right? Yeah.
But there's collectibles, because they have like bat symbols in silver, and he's got, like, in the comic shop, a whole variety of these. So he ordered a lot of those. He ordered like 30 of them, I think. But
wow.
For the store. But he's like, I'll sell them out. He goes, I'll sell them out in no time.
Yeah.
But they're packs, right? So that people have to buy the pack and open it up and see what they get. So that's the thing. But yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, when you're an indie guy like me, on some level, you have to kind of do licensing and do. People come up to you like, yeah, okay, that's a licensing. All my guys got paid, and everybody involved got a bar of silver. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, Jimmy, I want to be respectful of your time. You spent some time with me. I appreciate kind of last minute. This is our 400th interview, and I'm so happy that it's you, Jimmy.
Yeah,
I appreciate you very much.
400. That's an accomplishment, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot of interviews, man. A lot of interviews, which has been fun. I enjoy it, man. To be able to meet all the people that I so much appreciate as a comic book fan and be able to talk to them. Thank you, Jimmy. Yes, I love it, man. I love it.
Well, I mean, I think that's I think it's great for your audience that you work so hard, Tommy. I mean, a lot of people, they'll do shows, but they won't always do interviews. They'll be like, That's a pain in the neck. And by the way, folks, we're a pain in the neck. We have to work all the time, so
for sure
we have to allocate time. You know.
Yeah.
But that's 400 is a big one, Tommy. You're kicking ass. Just make sure I'm here for the 800.
Yeah.
I want to be your 800th guest. And if I'm dead by then just have a memorial for me.
I'll have a memorial. You won't be dead by then, man.
You can just run this footage of me saying.
Every time I say 400, I'll dub it out and say 800.
Nah, just be like, "Hi, I'm Jimmy Palmiotti." You can run this right now. "Hi, I'm Jimmy Palmiotti. I died years ago, but I'm still here to wish Tommy a happy 800th show because that's how much I care." All right, I got to go back to hell now. See you later.
That might be a little too dark. That can make me uncomfortable, Jimmy, a little bit. But
nah, it's not dark. It's funny.
It is funny as hell.
When I die, you just run that for 400 for the 800th.
I might
people will be like, "Oh my god, what the hell?" And then you can have me like digitally fade into dust at the end of the clip.
Like Thanos snapped his fingers next to you or something.
Exactly. Anyway, Tommy, have a great night, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. It's appreciated. And for those that won, good for you, man. That's awesome.
Congrats, man. Thank you, everyone, for all your support. And Jimmy, have a great rest of your week. And tell Amanda I said thank you, please.
Will do, buddy.
All right. Have a good one, everyone. Talk soon.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.